What's up, ladies and gentlemen? baX here. We're going to be playing a real-time game against simonshoe in the core set, or vanilla as it's more commonly referred to online. Our opponent decides to go for the tradebot, had tradebot cutter up on the row, and they went tradebot, had the benefit of having a Federation shuttle come up right after that. We have to take the cutter. We can't give him cutter Federation, yada yada yada. We are going to take the Imperial frigate for the discard and the damage. That is a strong buy early for us. Now the problem right here is we are behind on scrap. We're actually significantly behind on scrap at this point. But now the missile bot comes up. We are going to take the missile bot. Scrap in the core set is incredibly strong. I do recommend taking scrap cards as much as possible in core set. That all being the case, you can beat scrap with damage. And we are going to, in the back of our mind, kind of focus on maybe trying to get in some damage here. To try to get to the end of the game as fast as possible, because we are going to be able to survive a little bit longer because we do have the cutter. Getting the survey ship, it's a cantrip, doesn't take away anything, and it has the potential to faction the Imperial frigate for the extra 2, so we're going to feel totally fine with that. simonshoe is level 31. I don't think I've played a game against simonshoe, so we will go ahead and scrap out a scout from our discard. We are trying to push that damage. Blah Wheel's going to come out, soak 5, deal 1, so we're okay with that, and we can even flip it up into a bigger base or a bigger ship if necessary. So we have 7 for our opponent. They take battle cruiser, so I'm getting a little concerned. Not super concerned, but a little concerned. We have a very annoying decision now, and I think the decision has to be for the recycling station because of how strong it is. It's going to cycle our cards a little bit faster. Unfortunately, that means we do leave the missile mech up for our opponent, and I kind of want to take the missile mech myself, but our opponent doesn't. They have the space station. They're probably going to sack out this space station, right? They're going to sack that out for the bank. Take that for trade. This is tough. This is tough. I mean, we could even make an argument for Hive here if we really wanted to push it, but I think we will take the bike. And for 2, I don't think I'm going to take the trade pod, but I am going to take an explorer because I can scrap that out for 2 damage, whereas the trade pod is going to be a bit more clunky. We're bottom decking pretty poorly so far. Bottom decked in the previous deck with the cutter, and now we bottom deck potentially 2 cards. Get a draw here. That's pretty nice. That's pretty nice, because that's enough. So we get 3, and now we have an option. So plenty of damage from our opponent. I think the best thing for us to do here would be to take the missile. So we will scrap that out, take the missile, 4940. Continue to put damage into the deck. We've scrapped out a couple scouts. We have the bike to cycle. I think so far, well, that's an unfortunate connection for us, and they get battle blob with the 6. We get another Imperial frigate, so we are at least fighting here. We are at least, you know, putting up our dukes. 44 to 44. We get a scrap and a draw, actually 3 draws on double cycle here, unless they get us on a discard, which they won't because they don't have anything to faction. Mech World coming up for them is a bit intimidating, but we do have the missile mech, so we do have answers for it. That's a fluff buy there, I think. Supply bot is a bit too fluffy for my taste. So we'll scrap out another scout. We're gonna go ahead and draw here. This gives us another draw. This pops 4, and I am gonna cycle this out. 13 damage. We will take the Corvette for cantrip value. 39-31, and we aren't going to take anything else. So right here, I'm going to say we're good. 39 to 31. We need damage, and we need it as fast as possible. They barely got through. They barely got through there. So we'll hit 2 draws here. We could even go for the 3 if we wanted to, but I'm not worried about that. We will take Hive. 9 damage, 2243. Trying to feel if we want to get rid of the Imperial frigate, and I don't think so. I don't think we want to get rid of the survey ship yet either. So we're just letting that ride. We aren't trying to fluff up the deck. Our opponent has made a few purchases, like taking the freighter this late in the game, right? They took that freighter a few turns ago. Seems kind of awkward. They take patrol mech to the top instead of blob destroyer. Once again, seems a little awkward. I'm not entirely sure what the overarching goals are here with some of these buys, especially because we've made it very clear what our goal is, and our goal is to try to end the game as fast as possible or we lose. You know, we haven't really kept that a secret. 15 to 15. Our opponent's next cards coming up are pretty mediocre. You almost wonder maybe getting rid of battlecruiser and battle blob here for 4 and a draw. That would have been 11 plus a draw, trying to get through these faster. But then again, they maybe could have analyzed and known Well, I gotta get through these cards one way or another. There's 8. I'm not gonna be able to draw and get these on the bottom of a shuffle. We have an Imperial Frigate on the bottom of our shuffle. I'm not gonna take anything else. And this is, it's a pretty good deck. We've actually, given the circumstance, everything we've gone through here, we've done a pretty good job putting all of this together. So we aren't gonna faction, so we either go for it, I'm debating saying the Cutter into discard for the Viper, just for damage, because we aren't gonna be able to faction the Cutter, so that's just acting as 4 authority. But will 4 authority make the difference? I mean, it very well could, but likely no. So we get 2 draws and send out Cutter, so we can just kind of go for it. Draw 1, draw 2, draw 3, draw 4. Damage comes through, and now we'll see if we made the right choice or the wrong choice. Probably the wrong choice in this instance. They just need Battle Blob and they win the game. We didn't draw as well as we would have wanted to. And 13 with the 4 healing. We would have had it. So 13 with 4, because 4 would have been up to 15. So maybe discarding the Cutter was not the right play, but you know, I kind of felt that with the way their deck looked that maybe we needed to. Hey, how about a little bonus move at the end? I think the theory behind discarding the Cutter was the right play. The fact that it didn't turn out too well for us is unfortunate. Certainly unfortunate. That's just going to give us a trade. It's going to give us 1 trade that we can't really use for 3 anywhere. It does cycle the deck, reduce the probability of starters in next hand, but I actually think we just hit in peace. All right, so thank you for watching. That was a game in the vanilla format, and I hope it was somehow informative or at least fun to watch. And there should be another video coming up soon. I upload a video every single day to the YouTube channel. Not always in Star Realms, but Star Realms makes its way into the rotation here and again. Cheers. Good luck in your games, good luck in your matches, and I will talk to you again soon.